Hey everybody, let's not forget it's April. It's Autism Awareness Month. It's also Child Abuse Prevention Month. Let's remember our kids are our future. Let's take care of them. God bless everybody. Thank you.
New York City.
Hey everybody, another week of the Elite Show. I'm John Elite. For all my fans, soldiers, and friends, come join us again for another episode. This is going to be a good one. We got a friend that came in from Italy, and my co-host, Mike Dowd.
Yeah, I'm here again. They let me back on. I guess I've become a regular. John, if I got to get paid, I don't know.
No money, no money.
But what we... I'm going to get paid in wine. I understand I'm getting paid
I brought
in
my
wine
friend to
today.
bring wine.
Yeah, and we have, once again, back on the show, because we're with the Berman Group, right? We have Matt, our famous Irish
It's the
gangster.
Berman team.
The Berman team. I'm sorry, the
With
Berman
my
team.
Berman water,
Yeah.
my Berman gold glasses.
Matt's with us, and Matt brought, again,
Massimo Battista,
There we go.
the real Chooch Wine Company.
Yeah.
Show him that shirt. Show him that shirt.
That's
Capiche. Capiche.
Huh?
Is that
capiche?
I don't
Capiche.
say it. I'm not
He's
even-
Irish.
Teach me.
I'm not like Americano.
Teach
I'm
me.
Italian.
Teach me.
Capiche. You gotta say
Capiche.
it right. Capiche.
Capiche?
He can't even speak
Capiche.
English
With a K or
right.
B?
With the P, capiche.
He says P, he says B, the same thing.
That's how you're supposed to say it.
Capiche.
Capiche. Yeah.
That's a piche. though.
Bravo, bravo.
No peach.
So what's this Gomorrah? Wait, hold on.
Capiche.
I have a story. Johnny, can I go?
Go ahead.
Well, no, you had to
You know, you're
No,
always
because
fighting me. but-
you held me off.
Go ahead.
You held me off from the last
Go
show.
ahead. I got
Right,
no
this-
baseball bat. Go
By the
ahead.
way, the glasses the Berman team gave us to wear for
Yeah,
the
right
show.
there, Berman
right?
team.
And Massimo, you did bring some wine, so
Capiche.
we'll get a chance to talk about Capiche later, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
So we left off a show before, and if you give this is maybe a continuation, I don't know you're going to run these in the same loop or not.
No.
No, we're going to cut him up because he has a story about Sunny Beach. I want to tell Sunny Beach.
I want to hear it.
Sunny
I wanna hear
Beach.
it. We left it. It left us hanging. Let's hear about Sunny Beach.
Did you take that pill I told you to them? Because me and you got it, because the both of them
The
are
Molly pill?
hyper.
Is it the
Oh,
Molly?
they're hyper.
Listen,
Both.
when I get going, it's hard to stop me. But when I stop and crash, I do crash.
All right, ask him what you
He
were
took
going to
his
ask.
Viagra.
Sunny Beach.
No.
No, you went in the other direction. You were asking.
Oh, if he's got a two-bedroom condo on the ocean for us tonight, is that what you want?
No, you were talking about Gomorrah.
Oh,
You started to ask
No,
about Gomorrah.
I know what he's talking about.
No.
I was telling you, you should make Gomorrah here in the United States with the touch of the American, because Gomorrah is the real mafia.
what
in
does
Italy.
Gomorrah
Yeah,
mean?
wait.
I heard of
Hold on,
Sodom.
hold on.
I heard of
Guys,
Sodom
guys.
and
Wait, Gomorrah is the
Sodom
real,
and Gomorrah.
Guys, a lot of people might not know what you're talking about. You're not talking about create the criminal organization Gomorrah here. You're talking about do a show. This is a TV show.
It's just a show.
Oh, so I thought it was
Just a
Sodom and
You gotta-
Gomorrah
you
was in
gotta-
the
you gotta
Bible.
let
No.
people know.
The Bible had Sodom and
Hey,
Gomorrah.
if you guys let my guest speak a little bit, we'll get to this.
Where was he from?
From Napoli,
Napoli.
where the Gomorrah was born. But that's a show. We're talking just about a show.
Oh, okay.
If John can make
Capiche?
Gomorrah in United States like an American touch, with the American touch, I think would be the best thing ever, because it's very close to the real deal. And, with your experience, can be something unique.
You know who I want to do it with? My friend Tomas that you spoke to. Because Tomas has experience. He's in Italy. He's in America. He's a good friend of mine. He's the guy who could put Gomorrah in American style with me here.
Can you squeeze me in?
Of course we squeeze you in.
Hey, Johnny, you're trying to stay there. Don't be squeezing nobody.
What are you doing?
Matt, I wanted to, so can I tell the story?
I wanna
finally?
hear the
You
Sunny
guys
Beach
keep
story.
cutting me off.
Yeah.
So I was, as you guys know, from the 7-5 documentary. I got a little infamy from it. Actually, I got a little infamy before that when I did the Marlin Commission hearings. I was on Mike Wallace, 60 Minutes, Barbara Walters, Prime Time, 2020, whatever. Anyway.
For what?
Because I was a good guy.
He was a corrupt cop.
I shook down people. What's the big deal? I shook down people. What would you do? Italy, they shake them down. No, they got to pay sometimes.
Sometimes.
So I was one of those guys. But so before I got arrested for shaking down, they transferred me to the 9-4 precinct. By the way, it's a sleeper. It's a sleeper. I went from East New York, where every day someone got shot, except me, thank God. Or maybe some would say something different. But I went from the ghetto to the 9-4. Now the 9-4, people don't know, it's really a pretty good place to live in Brooklyn. I don't know if it still is, maybe it is or not. But back in the 80s, it was.
What section is that?
It's Greenpoint and Bushwick border. So
Okay.
yeah, so Metropolitan Avenue.
Got it.
It's old Italian, like from back in the 1900s. The houses are like they're still slanted and shit. It's really.
So Maximo
the
can
beach.
move. You
The
can move.
beach.
You can move there. It's all
So
time.
so while I'm working there, by the way, I don't want to get into the story. Joey Big of Donuts was there. The whole crew. That they ran the fennel. What's the fennel? The fennel cakes. The fennel cakes and the Zeppelis.
By the way, we were talking about getting a haircut. We got to get a haircut like his haircut.
Well,
Look
you
how
gotta go
good
to my
that haircut
barber.
is.
His
We
name is
need that.
Bobby.
Bobby.
Yeah, we got to get a haircut. That's a good style.
I paid $10.
Hey, he makes you look like
I
a
paid
movie star.
$10 and a $10 tip. That's it. I got $20 for a haircut.
You hear what he
must
said?
cost $1,000.
It's a family discount.
Yeah,
That's
Oh, you got the family discount?
Yeah,
You get a
yeah.
bottle of wine, you're good.
He don't look like a movie star, right? We got to make him look
no,
like
no,
one.
but he has a little touch.
I'm all right.
You put on your profile.
I'm
Yeah.
61. I'm 61. No,
61.
61. Still color.
Well, I want to be like you when I'm 61.
I love you. See,
I'm
I love
serious.
this guy. I'm glad
You
you
know,
brought
you,
him.
you
I'm
don't
glad
color
brought
your
him.
hair, Mike?
So Sunny,
No,
color your
he
hair?
doesn't. No, he don't. No.
Sunny Beach, right?
Yeah.
So I'm in the 9th floor. I'm working. I get a call to a burglary. Right? We show up. I'll cut to the chase. So there's this guy. He's the size. He's bigger than Ric Flair. This kid's huge. He's 300 pounds. He's 6'5", 6'6". Am I correct? Sunny Beach, long California,
Oh, yeah.
blonde hair, big guy.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Monster.
Yeah.
Show up at his place. Now I'm not a big guy. I'm not a little guy, but I'm not a big guy. And he goes to me, officer. I go. He's like creeping around. I go, what's up? He goes, they broke into my place. I said, okay. Did they take anything? I don't know. I'm afraid to go in. So he's afraid to go. Here's a guy. He's a monster. He's afraid to go in. So, but we see the roof might have been popped. The glass cover for the roof for the staircase.
Yeah.
I forget what they call them. Anyway, so he goes. He might be. The guy might be on the roof because the glass is open up top from the stairs. So I'm going. This fucking guy wants me to go on his roof. He said, "He's 6'6", 200, 300 pounds. I gotta go up there on his fucking roof." So I go climb up the ladder, and I'm saying to myself, "I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'm gonna get shot because Sunny Beach, this monster, is afraid to go check if someone's in his place." So I go, no, I can't back down, right? Like you said.
Well, you're a cop.
I'm a
He
cop.
called you.
Fuck it, I'm
That's
brave.
your job.
I'm back down.
I mean, even though you never did your job,
I
this
can
time
call the fireman. I can call the fireman to go on the fucking roof. I don't know what I'm gonna do on the roof. If I catch the guy, then he throws me off. What's gonna happen if the guy throws me off the roof? If Sunny Beach is afraid of this guy, what am I gonna do, right? So I got up to the roof. I'm going, I don't want to put my head through the fucking. I don't want to put my head above the roof. A guy takes a pop shot at me. So I'm like, how do I do this, right? So I remember in the academy. Now this is 10 years on the job. I've already fucking robbed half the city, and I'm sitting there going, I never actually popped my head up onto a roof. I mean, I've been on roofs, but never popped my head up. Usually you open the door and you're on a roof. This is a pop-up. So I'm going, okay.
Did you move that camera?
So
by the way?
here's what we're gonna do.
The camera's
So here's what we're gonna do. Johnny, can I finish?
All right, go ahead.
So here's what we're gonna do. So I take the hat. And I start sticking the fucking hat up. To see if the guy's gonna say, and then he take a shot. So I start inching up with my hat and getting closer. Now I look like the garbage can, the Smurf in the, what is he? The Smurf in the garbage can, looking through the fucking, they're trying to see on top of the fucking roof so I don't get shot, right? So finally and now I'm getting brave. Sunny Beach is a big monster down there. I'm getting halfway up. I'm halfway up through the glass, and all of a sudden, there's nobody up here. So I go downstairs, and Sunny Beach is like, "Is it okay?" He's like prancing around on his toes. "Is it okay?" I'm like, "You motherfucker! I could have got killed checking to see if someone was on your roof." "It's fine, Sunny Beach. Go right ahead and get some sleep. You have our number. You have our number. Call us if you need us later. You fucking quiff." So that's the Sunny Beach story. All right.
Excellent.
Yeah. So it brings us full circle.
Definitely.
Because
He left us hanging at the
You didn't get the glasses.
Listen, Massimo, let me give you a pair. Let me give you a
Yeah,
pair.
Max,
of glasses here.
take mine.
You get it.
No, he wants to be part of the family.
I was going to get him. I was going to.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Get Sunny Beach. Get Sunny Beach. Get Massimo a pair.
That's like.
Yeah, get him a pair. Get him a
I
pair.
mean, the same. It's a family.
you go.
Yeah, he's part of the family.
That's bad.
That's bad. Capisce.
All right, guys. So just to backtrack just a little bit,
Sunny Beach. Go ahead.
real quick, before the Sunny Beach story, if anyone who doesn't know what the term means, Gomorrah, I said this before on the episode when we had Larry Mazza on. In America, you hear the word mafia a lot, right? And it's used to cover other groups. The actual real mafia is a Sicilian organization. And out of Napoli, you have Gomorrah, and then I can never pronounce the other one.
Calabria is Ndrangheta.
Yeah.
Ndrangheta.
Do you know Calabria, what he's talking about? It's a lot of
Oh, yeah,
Albanians.
yeah.
Calabria,
I've been
actually,
to
you know
Calabria.
what? Naples and Calabria, I met a lot of Albanians, nice people,
Yeah.
hard worker, and you know they're like us. Believe it or not, like they just think the same
I'll
way.
tell you a
Like
funny story.
Napolitan, especially, they're like cool. They're like like street.
Yeah, you
wise.
guys are our cousins. I mean, all my family
We
used
get
to-
along a
Yeah,
lot with
yeah,
Albania,
yeah,
and they know how to make the pasta like Italian do.
Let me tell you.
Forget about the
Let me tell you a funny
Italian,
story.
the Albanian girls.
I've been to a lot of restaurants lately, and a lot of Albanians. They all, we should hook up
what I
with
was
some
gonna say.
Albanian restaurant owners.
Well, you know
they're
what?
very big.
He's got this wine.
very
actually.
Let me tell you guys real quick a funny story.
Can we drink this wine now?
Yeah.
You want to start with? Forget about it with
Let me,
capiche.
while you're doing that,
Which
let
one
me
do
tell
you-
you a funny. let me tell
Start
you-
with the capiche.
He knows what he's doing. He's the wine
And
man.
then we go with the forget
Give
about
me a
it.
glass. Let me
You know I don't drink, but I'll taste it.
While you're
You
pouring
gotta
the
taste it.
capiche-
You have
you
to
have
taste
to.
it.
That's a
You have to
mandatory.
taste
Yeah, I
it.
have to
That's a
taste
medal
it.
if you don't
I have
know.
to taste it. All right.
Yeah.
While you're
Let me-
pouring that, let me tell you.
My
guys,
AA sponsor's gonna be
Let
mad.
me tell you
but-
guys a funny story here. So
My sponsor.
years ago, when I was in the wine and
That's a good
booze
luck.
business in Connecticut, I had a
That's a
restaurant.
good luck. Come here, man. It's good luck.
There was a restaurant in Shelton that I did business with. They called it Antonio's, and there was a beautiful girl there.
Salute.
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 Beautiful,
Capiche.
beautiful girl there.
Gazua.
And she and I got together, and I introduced her to my friend Rocco. I thought she was Italian. And
Very good.
he goes, that girl's Albanian.
I may drink
So a
again
lot of the
because of this.
Albanian restaurants have Italian names.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
And the woman, honestly, the Albanian women are beautiful. Beautiful.
Beautiful women.
And not because it's my culture, but he'll tell you they're
Gorgeous,
beautiful.
very
women.
fresh.
Yeah.
So you squeeze it.
like it.
Let's talk about
I
the
squeeze
grapes.
what, the
Let's talk about the
Albanian
grapes for a minute, John.
So you squeeze the
How do you squeeze these?
Like the way, same way you
Your
squeeze
feet?
the Albanian girl.
I never.
You know,
I-
like,
Gent-
with the law.
No.
Everything, listen, this is all about law.
So what kind of grape have we got here?
I'm
This
a
is
little
delicious.
aggressive. I grab them.
Montepulciano. That's from Abruzzi. That's the real grape.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, go back to Albania. So I was with the Albanian girl, and I didn't open the door. And she said to me, here in Europe, the Italian guys are such gentlemen. I says, well, you go with Albanian guys, they're such animals.
Listen, Albanian
No.
girls.
Yeah, I hear
You want a gentleman, you got to go Italian side. You want to...
I almost fell in love with the Albanian girls.
What does the real cooch mean? Is that?
No, that's a chooch.
I thought it was
Listen,
like a cooch mama.
You know
or something.
chooch, right? You know
Capiche.
chooch.
You're a chooch.
You're a chooch.
You're a chooch.
Yeah,
So you're a chooch.
That's what they say. I don't know. Am I cursing?
I know, it's a good way. Our chooch is
You're
a
a
good
chooch.
way.
We're chooches.
You're chooches. Together.
We
Together
chooch.
forever. We're going to be
I don't know chooch. I'm only
So,
Italian.
the real chooch is the name of the
Yeah, it's
wine.
good.
The wine.
Is that what the name is?
The real chooch. But my label, it's forget about it.
Oh,
It's a Barbera 2020 from Piemonte. With the food, it's amazing. Even
God.
without the food.
What
And
we-
then
is that what we're drinking
Capiche is Montepulciano, but DOCG means it's the real.
Oh, the
Montepulciano.
best, yeah, DOCG, yeah.
2015, don't forget that. Tell him about
2015. 2015. Where were you?
Can I get my own line?
2015, I was in that strip
We're gonna-
club. with
we're
Oh
you.
no, no.
I
no,
told
we're
you that
talking-
last story.
did they have the
I got
chooch?
it, I got it.
Did they have the
Yeah.
chooch in there?
I think they might have at that.
That's the best year,
Yeah.
2015.
Yes.
Oh, this is
See,
amazing.
it makes a lot with your mouth.
This is amazing. I by the way, I am a wine taster, just so you know.
You are?
Yeah, legit. Yeah, I'm not certified. I'm not. I'm not licensed, but I am.
But you know what?
I'm very, very well versed, and this is amazing.
You ain't
Amazing.
licensed for wine. You ain't got a license for a gun anymore. You...
I don't have a driver's license.
You don't have a you don't have a driver's license.
And my marriage licenses have all been destroyed.
Everybody wants to know why.
What? What?
Why you sitting next to me? I'm gonna say because of all these bad things you did, and we're showing the
I'm
kids
not
how to
bad.
change your life in the
But
right
I'm
direction.
being good.
All the stories, the
I've
great
been
stories.
good.
Yes.
I've been good though, right or wrong, Johnny. I have.
Oh,
Been
now
good.
you're good. You
Yeah,
are
I
good,
have been
and
good.
and that's the reason why we're on the show,
Right.
to make sure the kids stay
I
in
have
the
been
right
good.
direction,
I have
right?
been
I mean,
good. Absolutely.
seriously.
Yeah, but I will say, if you're
All
gonna
right, now
be,
let's go back to joking again.
if you're gonna be bad, you gotta have the chuchi. What is it?
No. This is Capiche.
The coochie.
Chooch is the wine
The chooch.
company.
This is good
That's
stuff.
Capiche.
Listen, I am a
That's
wine
Capiche.
taster. I'm not lying.
Oh,
Okay.
I want you to be honest. Take your glass off.
As I was a young man,
okay.
as I was a young man,
I see that.
as I was a young man.
Hello.
as I-
Maximo, I don't think he went to school. Did you go to school?
course I went to
How
school.
long did you go to school?
Not
for?
long.
That's why it's going to take a lot of repetition to get him to know the words.
Yeah,
you know, you're going to have to teach him the words capiche and chooch.
Chooch,
and,
same thing.
He's
I'm
got
gonna
to
teach
know.
you everything. You buy me wine.
I'll learn in one sitting.
Don't worry about
No,
that.
so I as a young man, I was a bay clammer. Okay, I clammed the bays of Long Island. All right, with my hands, I pulled the rakes. That's why I'm as big as I am. That's why I'm in shape that I am at 60-something years old. Right, but so I was a bayman. But prior to that, I worked in a liquor store, and every week they have a tasting come in. Okay, and I learned about the legs and the oak and the smell.
What do you smell right now?
And
Tell
the
me what you
taste.
smell.
Oh, I smell heaven. I swear to God.
Oh, seriously.
No.
I want you be honest. What you smell?
I smell the tannins. It's just incredible. The legs, they're beautiful. I mean,
That's my cologne.
Wait,
That's
wait,
Creed.
wait.
I'm wearing Creed.
That's what it is. I'm wearing green.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see?
Bello.
Creed, Avanti.
Dry fruits.
Avantis.
Dry
It's
fruits.
all fruit.
Dry fruits, berry,
Yeah,
blueberries.
berries. Yes, I smell berries. That's exactly what I'm saying. I smell is amazing. It's amazing.
Stay with your nose inside. You're really going to be like this.
Don't spill
Yeah.
that on your
It's
jacket.
amazing.
It's a nice
No,
color.
I
I
know,
like
I
the
know,
color.
I know. But I didn't wear a white shirt.
Yeah, you
this
guys
time.
are
This
wearing
is
some good
amazing.
colors.
You had a good. It's a good.
Capiche.
We
Capiche.
have
I
a
wouldn't
good
lie to
blend.
you. This is amazing.
And we sat it
This
right.
is fucking
Yeah, yeah.
Too
amazing.
bright otherwise.
Yeah.
You can't get a better tasting. This would like a Merlot. I don't even know what.
Montepulciano,
This is
that's great.
this is
Montepulciano
smoother.
d'Abruzzo.
This is smoother than a Merlot. What do you call it?
Bello, that's Montepulciano.
Montepulciano di Abruzzo.
Maximo, you're
fuck is a
talking to an
Montepulciano?
ex-New York City
How do I
guy.
know what a Montepulciano is?
He knows this. He knows Budweiser, Miller,
but I
stuff like
got
that.
taste.
We're
Boone's
gonna take
Farm.
you
He's
to
a big
Italy.
fan of
Yeah.
Boone's
I'm
Farm.
going to take you to Italy.
Thank you.
The Dowd Estate.
I'm willing
has
to.
Boone's Farm.
I'm willing to go. I'm willing
I'm
to
going
go.
to take you to
I
Italy.
promise
you.
you.
Rep for
We is going to
private
be
stock.
different. You
After we
don't go
share-
as a tourist with your backpack.
The malt liquor
I'm willing
and
to go.
We do
Boone's
the
Farm.
real deal.
I'm willing to go. I want to see how you crushed them. I want to see where you growed them. I want to see who's picking them.
I
That's
show the
important.
pictures. I
Do they
show the
pick them?
pictures.
Do they pick them with love?
A lot.
Where's Kevin now? Kevin Donaldson.
Hey Kevin, how you doing, buddy? Shout
Salute.
out, shout out to the
Salute.
podcast,
Salute. Salute.
to the suffering podcast
Yeah.
out of New Jersey
Hey,
with
he-
Kevin and Mike.
He wants a word in here, he said, because otherwise
sorry.
he's got to start wrestling.
All right,
Oh, I had to tell a story.
He wants to tell a story about
Nobody
Albanian
heard
girl.
this story about the beauty of Albanian
okay,
women.
we're gonna go
guys.
ahead. Go ahead.
And you guys were
We digress.
talking with my great story.
We digress.
This story goes back to the 90s. This is when I was slinging booze and wine in Connecticut.
Oh, the war zones of Connecticut. Go ahead.
And this beautiful, this beautiful girl.
Bridgeport.
Shelton, Connecticut, right outside of Bridgeport. Shelton, Connecticut. This restaurant, Antonio's. I
heard of Antonio's.
And this beautiful young lady. And her name actually was Maria. I don't know if that was her real name or not, but she went by Maria. She was gorgeous. And we got together, and I said, man, this is best women I've ever been with. And I told my friend Rocco, I said, you got to meet this beautiful Italian girl. She's a beautiful Italian girl. I told my friend Rocco Palmieri, right from Naples.
Oh, yeah.
And so I brought her out, introduced her to Rocco, and he pulled me aside. He says, she's not Italian, you stunad. She's Albanian. And I said, what's an Albanian? Because back then I didn't even know what an Albanian
No,
was.
who wouldn't know?
And he explained it to me.
What do you
She
mean?
said-
I would know.
Who would
She said
know?
she was
Let's
from-
hear Albanian.
Here's the Albanian
Unless you're
flag.
Albanian, no
Here's the
one will
Albanian.
know.
Yeah, but the point of the
Because they were
story...
oppressed for thousands of years.
Albanian. So when you see that, you know it's
Exactly.
Albanian.
But my point of the story is, if you go to New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, a lot of these restaurants that are Italian restaurants, they're actually run by Albanians.
They are.
And they're beautiful,
And here you go.
beautiful
And
women.
these are the wines they should be carrying because this is outstanding. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Thank you so much.
So cheers to the beautiful Albanian women.
To beat that wine, it's a
Who
lot of love.
process? What's the name of the processing guy that does the plant? The
This
plant.
is a secret.
Is it
Don't get too
okay? I
crazy
can't
now.
see.
That's
Listen, I'm still a cop. I want to investigate. I want to know.
If you really want to know, I'll take you there.
Okay. So I got a date. I earned my way into getting.
It's a secret.
I earned my way into a trip to Italy. I can't afford it, so maybe I get the free ride again. The last time I got on a plane for free, it was the feds.
He's got his other guy on the other side of the door. If you're
Is
trying
that-
to find out.
Yeah. Oh, is that who
hits you.
Oh, from the calamari?
Yeah.
From the calamari?
He's got the
Calamari.
Calamari guy.
He's
Yeah,
calamari.
calamari guy.
They got the calamari guy waiting for me outside.
He's got the Gomorrah guy out there.
Listen,
Luca.
I'm sweating.
Come on, go down.
He's got the calamari guy outside.
I told you. He knows beer. He knows McDonald's. He knows that's it.
Hey, calamari.
Yeah, calamari.
I'm so refined.
Just think about what they do with Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what's
I'm
gonna
so
happen
refined. There's 7 Irish guys in my family. All boys. What do you think the refinement was in that house? My sister came along. She's more of a boy than all of us.
Wait, hold on one second. But can I say something? You hang out with a lot of Italian guys.
Of course.
How come this basic stuff? Just curious.
Yeah. Okay. No, don't.
Capiche.
Don't make fun of me. Go ahead.
Like chuch.
I know. Listen, I know capiche. I know capiche. Capiche means listen up, motherfucker. You understand? Capiche. Capiche.
You didn't know how to say it. Right?
I don't know how to say it, but I know. Hey, listen up, motherfucker. I know what that means.
Hey, in Camorra they say "aggiacapit." They use a lot of this word "aggiacapit." Understand?
Yeah.
I sat in a... Say "aggiacapit."
Aggiacapit.
Listen, it's the best series, honestly. He's right.
No.
It's the best series I watched on TV. And I heard they're coming out with another season because I watched it.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah,
Where do
yeah,
we find
yeah,
this
yeah.
thing? Netflix? I haven't seen
Yeah.
it.
It's not on Netflix.
Where's it on?
Oh, it ain't on there no more?
You gotta buy it on, the other...
I watched.
Hulu,
Yeah, but I think it's Prime.
I watched the first 3 or 4 seasons on Netflix.
I never
then-
seen it.
Netflix in the beginning,
Yeah.
Hey,
I've never seen it.
Larry. Larry's show's coming out this week. I think today.
Larry, our good friend Larry, he was here.
It's
in the
dropping
studio.
today. I'm on.
You're on
I'm
it.
on his show.
you came
I'm
on,
dropping on his show this week. I think
We should announce that. Yeah, our good
He's
friend,
on Plex TV.
good friend Larry Mazza. That was our first guest actually here in studio.
Okay.
He doesn't live too far from here.
Yeah.
I'm flying out to go and do it next week.
So Larry has a new show, and I don't really.
It'd be nice to get him involved with Larry.
He has a show.
Yeah.
With
I know Larry.
You know Larry?
Larry has
the
a
best.
show.
Nice
Larry,
guy. Yeah, nice
Larry
guy.
has a show with another friend of mine, Gunner, that's out in Detroit. They do a sports show. But Larry has something else that I'm not too familiar with. You guys explain. He's got another show coming up with the Mob TV, right?
It's a stream show.
Yeah.
He did it already. I'm flying out next week to do it.
Yeah.
To California. So.
Yeah, what it is Larry. I guess it's having a conversation with Larry Massa. I think I don't know that. I think that's the headline of the show, like a conversation with Larry. And Larry shares his experience, and you share your experience with him. It's a really good conversation, especially my episode. I want you to know, it was highly rated already. It hasn't even been dropped.
Mike, is this?
It's on Plex TV and it's on the Mob TV app.
Okay, how long did you guys go? Like, how long was the episode?
They had to shut me up, so it was half an hour, solid half hour.
Only 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay.
like 30, maybe 40 minutes. Like that. Yeah.
People have to watch this guy's Rogan. I saw Mike Dowd on Rogan. I watched the whole thing. Great episode.
Yeah, it was probably his best episode.
Best episode ever.
Best episode ever on Joe.
Absolutely.
You know
You
what?
haven't been on it.
I don't watch.
He don't want to. He
I
don't want you. How come he hasn't
Joe
invited you?
Rogan, I ain't watching it.
Yeah.
I don't need to.
But how
He's
come
with
you
me
don't-
24 hours a day. I got the real show.
You got enough of it.
Yeah, me too. I'm tired.
But I do
Put
think
me in the
that
corner.
was his best episode ever.
It was.
I don't think
It was. It was
with
rated one of
Mike
his top
Dowd.
episodes.
By far the best episode he's
Which
done.
one?
Yeah.
With Mike Dowd.
It's episode 707, in case you're wondering. Yeah, and Joe Rogan, to be honest with you, he's a nice guy. He's not as giving as
He's
Coco.
all right.
He's not
Joe
as
Rogan.
he's not as giving as Coco Diaz. But I will say one thing: he gives me shout outs quite often on his shows.
I actually like him,
He gave me a shot.
but I didn't like that he bellied up
Oh, yeah.
when he got
Well,
pressured.
he got-
I would have never
yeah,
did that. He
yeah.
didn't do nothing wrong. He just
This is
he's
what I
just-
was going to tell
I was
people.
disappointed.
You know,
How about you?
I have no idea what you guys
Oh,
talking
okay,
about.
okay.
So-
He's the number one guy that does this stuff.
Let me tell you
okay.
something
It's
about
one
Rogan.
family.
Yeah,
Let
yeah,
me-
big,
let me-
big,
Mike,
big,
Mike,
big.
let me tell you something about Rogan. Rogan is not your hero for free speech at all. He's kind of a suck up to whoever is on his show. Now he did give me a shout out when I was broadcasting for Waco kickboxing.
Okay.
He gave me a little mention one time, but he's an all right guy, but.
He's in pretty good shape still, I'll tell you
no,
that.
he is in good shape
He's
for his
in good
age.
shape.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's in great shape.
Yeah,
for his age.
yeah.
I hugged. I put a wrestling move on him.
I just
There's
don't
a
like
video
that he
with me
bellowed
putting a
up
wrestling
when
move
he's
on
down.
him.
He's a little guy.
He's a little guy, but he's a monster.
He's strong.
He's a
strong.
monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stretch him like a rubber band.
Yeah, you might, but I tell you right now, he can kick and he can move. He can wrestle.
Yeah, my money's on him. My money's
I
on
stretch
Matt.
him like a rubber
Yeah.
band.
You think so? I
Oh,
don't know.
yeah.
You still got it like that?
Yeah, Matt's got it
I
like
don't want
that.
to find
He
out.
doesn't care.
I don't want to. Oh, that's
Oh,
what it
no,
is.
no, he's
You don't
got
care.
it.
He's got the thick Irish part of it. The
That's
thick
good.
Irish head.
That's
And
good. That's what it's supposed to be. He doesn't care. He has the best life. He just doesn't
Let's
care.
stick to being Albanian Italian, just the lovers. Just drink
That's
our
it.
wine, relax.
Salute the
Salute. Let them do the fighting.
I'm not supposed
We
to
are
Yeah,
be.
lover.
we're lovers. You guys do the fighting now. I'm retired.
It tastes so good, my God.
Oh, it's so smooth.
What do you pair this with?
Will you pair this with?
What do you pair this with?
Bello, you want to do the American side or the Italian side?
Both.
Allora, American with the veal parmigiano, like you guys see veal
Okay,
parmigiano.
okay.
With the calamari.
Oh, my friends.
Okay, wait a
You can go
second.
with the red
My
wine
friend, the
sauce and
calamari. I thought it was
Massimo.
He's outside.
Let's tell everybody. In Italia, in Italy, or here, is it pasta or is it sauce?
Wait, pasta is the pasta.
Yes.
But the
gravy.
sauce,
Gravy.
gravy,
Right,
you want to say
yes.
gravy. It's really sauce. Gravy, it's like
Yeah, gravy
I don't
is,
know.
goes-
They call that, but it's on Sunday. But it's
Yeah.
not really gravy. It's still
It's a sauce.
It's a Sunday sauce.
Yeah,
The Irish
gravy
people,
gravy
the Irish
is
people
what,
call it
American,
sauce.
it's-
Irish people call it sauce, and the Italian guys make fun of us.
yeah, gravy is
it's
really
sauce.
for your
Look, I call it
potatoes.
sauce.
Sauce. The
Kind
only
of,
people
you
that
can do
say
it, you can
we
do
don't
it
even
for
say
the-
gravy in
But gravy is
Connecticut. They
because
only
they
say it in
call it
Vermont.
Sunday,
It's a
they
Brooklyn
make it
thing.
gravy.
When we make pasta, we say sauce.
It's a Brooklyn
I mean,
thing.
in Albania and
Always
Italy.
like, yeah, you can
My aunts and uncles call it gravy.
You know what the problem is?
Because they were done the Italian. in
Let
Brooklyn.
me tell you-
They're Brooklyn Italian. They're Brooklyn
my
Italian.
daughters-
But my family, the Irish.
My daughter's mom was like only half Italian like me, and her Irish
Sorry.
aunt used to make
I'm
it Sunday,
sorry.
but they were from Brooklyn, and they used to always say gravy, and I said, "What are you talking about?
Gravy's
This is
brown.
Sauce.
Gravy's
and
brown.
That's the thing that people from Brooklyn say.
Max,
Brown.
you know what the problem is? And you come to America a lot now.
lives here. He lives here.
Most of the Italians here,
Funny.
and I'm talking about the street guys. They never even been to Italy in their lives. They don't
And that's
understand
sad.
Europe.
That's sad.
It's sad.
Because-
They tell you're Italian, but you've
because
never
you're
been
Italian,
there.
This, like nothing. Go to Italy. Go
Right.
to see
I'm
the
gonna-
real
They don't know the
difference.
culture. They don't know anything.
Because you need to see it.
I tell
Understand,
the Italians here that, and I got a lot of them. My family was, my father-in-law was born in Italy, and
Is that
I
the
told
good
them
half,
about
the bad half?
the good half.
Ah,
And my kids,
he's smart.
my kids, they're half Italian, but they go over to Europe. You got people in here that don't understand the culture at all. They're Italian Americans, and they say they're
That's
Italian.
the worst thing.
Yeah, they don't know anything
Doesn't
about it.
cost anything to go to Italy for a week.
Yeah.
Just go to see if it's everything.
No, I'm good. I
Oh,
can't.
man, what are you doing?
I can't drink. I'm not
Wait,
allowed.
wait,
I'm not
Oh,
allowed.
yeah, tell me.
I'm not allowed to
They say,
drink.
Oh, so it was not true what you
It's
said.
delicious. It's delicious.
All right, you say
yeah.
you gotta finish this.
Guys,
Listen,
Yeah.
my father watches this. I
You
can't
insulted
drink.
me. I want to jump off the
I don't
bridge.
drink.
right
Finish-
now.
Dad, he's gonna finish it off camera. Don't watch.
guys, let me
Cut me out on this one.
let me say something. Let me say
This
something.
is fucking delicious.
Let me say something to
not
that
allowed to
point
drink.
there that Massimo said is when you go to Italy, you learn dolce vita, the sweet life. Everything is so relaxed. It's wonderful. One of my favorite places ever that I've been was my grandparents came from Agrigento, Sicily. My mom's parents. We used to go to Mandello Beach on the villas. The water is like a swimming pool. It's white sand.
I don't drink. I can't.
Everyone's at the beach all day. They have 2 hours of the nap where it's just like a Spanish siesta.
Voice from your-
Hey, I'm speaking. Like a Spanish siesta, and it's so
The scoop.
relaxing. It's so relaxing, and that's what I think the Italian Americans don't understand. A lot of Italian Americans are so stressed. Go to Italy, you will learn it's so relaxing.
Bello, hold on one second.
I want one day.
It's nice to go on
I
vacation.
want one day.
We are in the best country
one day
in
like
the
that.
world.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't matter what happened. It's still the best country in the world. You go in Italy only vacation.
I love it. I'd love to live.
Thank you.
Well, listen, you got the Mediterranean
John,
Sea. It's
thank you
beautiful.
for saying that about our country, because he's alcoholist.
I'm
This
the opposite.
country
I would
is
have laid on the
This
beach
is
all
the
day.
best country in the world, always.
I would've
don't
drink
care
wine
what
and lay on the
happened.
beach
You were
all
with
day.
that shoot.
That touches me.
Biden,
That touches me.
Still is the best.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you for saying that
He's
too.
gonna be there.
I
Well,
appreciate
I
that.
appreciate that because
Yeah.
I've been in the country, give me a lot.
Yeah, yes.
I learned a little bit
Thank you.
English. I'm still
That's you're doing
learning.
okay.
I'm doing all right.
He's got a condo on the ocean. He's doing okay.
Actually, we're gonna stay in your condo
Yeah,
in the ocean.
give us the key.
We're gonna go there tonight.
Put it here.
We want it on the air.
Yeah, put it on the
Say it on the
air.
air.
He gave us the
I don't have air
Reality
condition. I
show.
don't use air
Do it
condition.
That's okay. You don't like it.
It's how you
We
swear
don't like
at the
these
end.
things. I bring a
Please, I'm
fan.
serious.
I got a fan.
No, we buy a little
I'm
fan.
allergic.
We buy a little fan.
I buy a fan.
Wait a second. We gotta get it on the air.
Do a
Put it
reality
on
show.
spot.
We got it on the air.
And we're going to film from the balcony. We're going to film from his balcony.
No air condition.
That's
we don't
okay.
use
I don't like it.
Hey, listen, you guys. You see this? We're rolling right now. We're on tape. We want it on the air that we're gonna stay at your
Well, we're
condo
going to shoot a
tonight.
video from his balcony for proof.
If you don't suffer with air condition, it's off.
All right,
I
we'll
buy
be
that.
there.
Get off the wall.
I buy a fan.
You sweat like an animal.
1999 for a
like
fan.
meatballs when
I'm not
you're
going. I can't go. I can't go.
Hello?
I'm not going.
You're gonna smell like
I
meatballs.
can't. I like meatballs.
We'll buy fans at Walmart.
That's what I said.
We'll put it
1999.
right
you
on
get a
it.
fan.
Hey, if you're happy with that, it's up to you.
He's got ocean breeze. Does it have an ocean breeze?
No, it's
no
not.
breeze. This is stupid.
I can make a phone call.
I'm not going. Fuck
I can
it.
make a phone call right now. The girl I told you, Katarina,
They
she's there.
install it? She's sweating?
She's sweating. She's all wet.
She's getting a hotel. Find out.
Then we're going there.
It's up to you guys.
You got ice?
I bought it.
Do you have ice?
No, actually.
No ice
Are you
even.
ready?
He said
Listen,
she's
you
wet.
I'm not
You hear
just
that?
saying that. You come and see. No ice and no air condition. I'm not joking.
Okay, but wait. Let's go back to the important part. Is she wet?
She's very wet.
We're going there.
All right.
We gotta throw some
what's the
burning
other one?
water
What's
on
the
it.
other one? What's the other one?
This is hold on. This is a forget about it.
Oh, forget about it.
You can't mix that with that.
about
We gotta get the forget about it.
No, you gotta finish. When you finish that one,
I love
forget
how he
about it.
twists it. I love how he twists
Forget
the thing
about
when he
Barbera.
does it.
This is
Let me try to forget about it.
Do you walk into? Let me ask you. This is a serious
This
question.
is
Hey, wait a
more-
second. Let me ask you a serious question.
come on.
Before you got in his room, did he pat you down to see if you had a gun?
Yes, I was hugged. I hugged
actually
him.
did that.
I hugged him a few
He
times.
checked
All right,
everywhere.
all right, all right. Just in case.
Checked
Yes,
everywhere.
yes.
Because you
Everywhere.
He went close to the
Yeah,
salsiccia.
he goes to me. You're getting a little
You
personal.
know, you're Italian from Italy. You got a reputation of being gangsters.
You're getting a little personal, he says.
He's
No, he checked.
Gamora.
Yeah, I did. I checked.
He squeezed everything.
I checked. That's all right.
What are you doing?
He's a medium.
What are you doing?
He's a medium.
Oh, salute,
What is
salute.
this now? What are we pairing this with?
In Albanian,
Forget
gazoo.
about it. Try
Forget
it
about
first. Try it.
Gazoo,
I want
gazoo.
to know from you, actually.
This is drier. This is drier
It's a
already.
licorice.
This is drier already.
Much
It's a
different.
licorice.
Drier.
It's like
Much different.
So let me ask you a serious question.
Much
Well,
drier.
that's very good.
Light.
I don't think
But
this
light.
is light. This is not drier.
No, it's drier. No, it's drier.
it's no.
No,
It's not too dry.
It's not too dry.
It's not drier than that.
Coat off. It's
No,
I'm
no.
telling you.
I gotta get a little swallow then.
I gotta show the Berman team shirt here.
Maximo, let me ask you something.
Let it dance a little bit.
The news in Italy, is it correct? Where you get real news or not like here?
It's just like here.
It's all propaganda
I tell
bullshit, huh?
everybody, my father, my mother, don't watch the news.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, you know that, they put you in
They
different
poison you.
directions.
They
Yeah.
poison you.
And that's what happened in this country. I don't
Yeah.
watch the news.
Yeah.
When they started the pandemic,
Right.
Yeah.
this is not normal.
We can't talk about the
Oh, no,
pandemic.
no, in a good way.
Cut us down.
Hush,
Cut us
bad,
down.
hush, bad.
Nice.
When they started the pandemic, I was watching for the first 2-3 days, and I got like anxiety attack.
Yeah,
So I said,
yeah.
You know what? No, this is
I
real.
believe you.
Listen, I don't. He knows me. I said, you know what? I'm gonna do my way. Shut off the TV, down to the beach. They locked the door to go to the beach. I jumped.
Yeah.
And they stop me every day, the police. Let me take a picture of you. Take a picture of me. For what? I said, retard. It's like a bunch of people. You cannot be together. No one
not
person.
one, yeah.
So anyway.
Same thing in
are
California.
you ready for this? This
Go
is
ahead.
already. They shut down the airport for 1 month in Miami, I think. They opened the airport. What do you think? Where did I go?
Colombia. And you'll be there tomorrow.
I did the lockdown.
You gotta take me
They
to
just
real
you go there. They don't tell you anything.
Yeah.
Lockdown for 3 days. I did it. I corrupted the police.
Yeah, perfect.
In Colombia,
Yeah.
I was
I
out.
liked.
Do your
I didn't
thing.
care. My girl.
Yeah,
was
but in
coming.
Colombia, you get locked down with like 100 girls. It's okay.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
bad. It's not so bad.
That was the
It's not
best
so
part.
bad.
So I did all that. I still
care.
listen. I
Just
still
thought
travel. I didn't even care. The same thing now. You cannot watch the news. They're gonna destroy you psychologically. Do everything you want with love. Forget about
Love.
it.
Let
Just
me
love.
tell you, Elvis Presley had the best idea shooting the TV. Shoot your
Yeah,
TV.
Is that what he said?
I did it.
That's what he used to do. He used to shoot
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I used to do it during the Super Bowl game. I lose too much money. Actually, we were on with Lee Rosen up from the Super Bowl champ. He was just on the show. I lost 50,000 because of him.
You should have-
Hey, Lee.
It's the pandemic, right? Just to,
Positive.
yeah, positive. I'm in California. And I arrive in California during the pandemic, and they start locking stuff down. Now, Malibu Beach, freaking Newport Beach, the beautiful beaches, they're not letting you go on the beach. I'm like, wait a minute. This doesn't make any sense. There's 6 people trying to get on the beach, and the police is standing there stopping you. Now, in Orange County, they didn't stop you from going.
But
on
you,
the
red,
beach.
but you know what
They
happened in the
didn't stop you from going on the beach.
the
just
middle
out
of
there,
the middle
yeah.
of the pandemic? Biden went to Italy. I don't know if you've seen. He gets off the plane in the middle of the pandemic, no mask. He's hugging everybody. He forgot to put his mask on. Because, it's a gimmick. It's all fucking drama.
He did that more than once.
It's all theater, He was all over Italy, no mask.
So, guys,
and I said to everybody,
they want to destroy you psychologically.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't let them do that.
Yeah.
Listen
It's all
to me.
propaganda.
Only positive. Don't watch news. Life is beautiful.
Yeah.
Enjoy as much as you can.
and have just as much.
And
Forget about a wine.
Forget
Forget
about
about it.
Yeah,
Forget
about it.
What do we pair this? What do we pair this with, sir?
Bello, don't 1 second.
Massimo,
Gold
Massimo, what do we
with
pair this with?
This is gold with the brajol. Brajol, though, it's not the brajol that you think.
The girl.
It's,
Yeah, that I know. Yeah, bacala we even call it. Some-
Can't go with the
This
bacala, but
goes
the
with
real bacala.
The real bacala.
You don't want a
Not the
bacala.
other bacala.
from
No,
there.
no, that's no
You
good.
don't want that. I'm talking about the real
No
bacala.
bacala.
This can go with the bacala, with the brajol, with the meatballs. The bello. This is like, it goes because...
I gotta have this guy make a
It's
meal for
amazing.
us. He knows how to.
Now you want me to...
Do you?
he's a
We're
great
staying at his house.
You
What are you
want
talking
to-
about?
We're
We're gonna be at your house anyway.
You're gonna make money. You're gonna make money. You're gonna make money on this one. I want to eat some of that.
We're gonna be
bacala.
sleeping at your. We're gonna be at your house
Oh,
anyway.
my God.
But we know we're at our house. It's hot already. We don't want them cooking.
No.
Because It's too hot.
Show us
They
where.
get the other-
Show us where to go. Show us where to go. Johnny's got the deep, short arm but deep. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it. Although Matt said he'd pick it up.
we're gonna go.
Matt's taking us out.
We're going from.
Oh,
we're going.
Guys.
Hey, guys.
What happened?
I'm taking you all to. Let me get a fucking word out. I'm taking you guys to a party for Brad Estra's having for one of his spinal centers, and it's open bar and all you can eat free food.
Wow.
That's where I'm taking
I
you
thought it
guys.
was something from your heart. Like,
It is.
It's
It's
from my heart, but not from my wallet. From my heart, not my wallet.
Heartfelt. Heartfelt.
Are they gonna have any Cristal for us? We gotta
They'll
have
have
all
it all.
right.
Have it all. They'll have it all, baby.
Yeah.
It's open bar.
All right, I'm gonna take a shower. We gotta go.
Yeah,
We gotta go. I got.
All right, so we got to get out of here. Then we got to get to
Hollywood,
this.
Florida,
We got to
baby.
get ready.
Hollywood, Florida.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey,
Any
way
other
over
wine?
there.
Now it's hot in here, and I love these red wines. But do you have that fabulous prosecco?
Oh,
Gotta cool me
I
off.
heard you
Sweat
got
a
the
little bit. Do you have
Prosecco.
that prosecco?
Luca. See if Luca's got it on the other side of the door.
It's warm. We gotta wait. For now, enjoy the forget about
I thought you
cabbage
had a Prosecco.
and don't worry about it.
Okay.
So this is for my brajol. My
That's the
brajol.
brajol. This goes with the brajol, but not the brajol that you think.
Right,
the
no,
real
the good
brajol.
brajol. The good brajol.
The good brajol.
The fresh
And
brajol.
bacala. Not that bacala.
Not the bacala,
You
that-
don't want
no,
that
no.
bacala, never.
Hey, how long are we on the air here? 37 minutes. That's it? 37
That's
minutes?
only 30. So we need it.
Oh, my God.
What are you
Don't
doing?
worry.
You guys are killing me.
No, I got a new.
It feels like 2 hours.
I'm gonna throw out a topic for Massimo.
Okay, Massimo.
Massimo,
Yes.
I want you.
Don't be offended if we jump in. Go ahead.
No, let me finish this because you guys keep interrupting. Let me ask you, Massimo.
You see what he does to me all the time?
You have John Alite here with the Gambino crime family. This man has such a storied history with the Gotti family. I want to give you the floor, Massimo, to ask John a question. You have Mike Dowd here, a legendary figure, America's most corrupt cop. Although I don't buy that. I don't believe that.
They say it.
I don't believe that.
They say it.
I want to give
It sells.
I'm
you.
going to tell you the truth.
It sells
Wait,
newspapers.
guys, I want to give Massimo
Yeah.
the floor
Yes.
as a man here from Italy to ask. He's been on with me already. He doesn't have to ask me anything.
Right.
I want to hear you ask John and Mike some questions.
Okay, Bello. So let's
Capiche.
start with John. Okay. What was like the worst experience that you had when you were in the family?
The worst experience is sitting in the club all day in our social clubs while guys are playing cards and you can't leave. And I used to joke all the time and say, man, if I ever find a guy who invented cards, I'd like to kill him. Because we sit there for 10 hours and we want to do this. We want to go out. We want to go to clubs. We want to go to strip clubs. We want to eat. We want to drink. Can't go. You got to sit there and guard over our bosses. And, some of the guys, you like, but you know how it is, like anything. You don't like most of them. And people think, oh, you're together and you're friends. But it's not like friends like
There's
this.
no real-
There's no
there's
real
no-
friends. It's no real friends. And a lot of these guys, like I said earlier, they can't even say a word or two in Italian. They never even been to Italy. So I laugh when they say to me they're Italian. I'm like, Italian what? You don't even know fucking nothing about. I'm there every year. You know this. I go there 2-3 months. I'm all over Europe.
So you killed 28 people, and this is what's the worst experience.
Well, the border.
The worst experience.
It's like being in
you
jail.
ever fucking had.
Think about it.
I like. You know
How many times you got shot? How many times you got shot?
No, you don't want to talk about that. It makes sense what he says because you're with the people that you don't really want to be with.
I want to be on the beach with you, drinking a wine.
let's
Who the
forget
fuck
about
wants to be in a club playing cards like an old man? This is for when you're ready to die or you're in prison.
There's a guy
This
here.
ain't fucking this.
This is his
street.
answer. Border.
That
Card.
was one. What about now? What about you now? Are you
The
ready?
same question? Oh,
No.
different. Good.
What was the best experience during this time of your life?
No one's ever asked me.
Doing cocaine?
No one's ever asked me that question.
Doing cocaine.
Actually, that was the beginning of the listen, for real, that was the beginning of my downfall, right? Okay, so let's make that clear. But because there's we're having fun, we're laughing, and but we're not. I don't want to glorify.
Look in the eyes, Bello, when you.
Yeah, that's right.
Look in the
Look.
eyes.
There's nothing
Yeah,
to.
the eyes never lie, Chico.
Look in the eyes.
There's nothing to glorify. There's nothing to.
Everybody in the
There's
eyes.
nothing to
realize how
glorify.
bright it is in
There's
here.
nothing to glorify about the times. But I'd say one of the best times that I had was in the movie. They mentioned it in the 7-5 documentary where we talked about we hit a house. We didn't hit the house. Someone did a burglary. Unlike Sunny Beach's situation, this thing was loaded with cash. So, listen. I have to be honest with you. If anybody doesn't have a little bit of law sitting in their blood, they'd probably be lying to you, right? So now I got an unclaimed bag of cash in a house, and I got a bunch of cops around. It happened a couple of times, but the one particular time that was exciting to talk about and thrilling, and I talked about it in the documentary. If you haven't seen the documentary, that's fine, the 7-5. But I'll tell you about it here. So. A burglary at the house. We show up, we roll in, and there's a couple of young black girls, little ones, like young ones, 15, 16 years old, sitting in the house.
bacala right there.
Sitting in, they were cuties. But they were young. They were off limits in that respect. So they really weren't looking to arrest them. But they admit that they broke into the house.
Bill Clinton wouldn't say the raw fuck.
Yeah, well, that's his stuff.
Sorry, Bill. I actually like Bill.
So they
I should say
admit-
that. I actually like Bill.
They admit to breaking into this apartment. So immediately I scan the apartment. I see boxes of shoes. And anybody knows in this world of ours, anybody who has an expensive array of shoes generally has a lot of extra cash, okay? Especially in the 80s, okay? That was a clear indication that there was a lot of cash spent by the homeowner because their furniture might be shit because they basically don't live there. They come and they go, but the shoes count, okay?
Yeah.
So sure enough, I do a little quick search, and to my left there's a cop already. Danny, you know who you are. He's in the Powell. He's detective, everything. He's in the closet. He opens up and there's his bag full of cash. And I look at him. I go, Danny, what are you gonna do? Voucher this bag of cash and count it all fucking day? I said, what? You make $200 in overtime? Take the pinch, leave the cash. And the homeowner's in jail. The homeowner got arrested last night. So these girls are told by the homeowner, go to my apartment, hang out. Basically, they're telling them to watch the place, but they don't know that they're there to watch the place. So they break in. Now they've admitted they broke in. We don't know that they got permission, so they got to get pinched. These little girls get pinched. They get little desk appearance tickets, whatever they're going to get. The cop gets his overtime, and now I go into the closet, and there's six cops in the place, but they're leaving with the perpetrators, right? They're leaving with the perps. So I go inside and I pick up the cash, and who walks in behind me but Danny Powell. He looks at me, I go, what are you, I go, that's dirty, yeah, it's no good. I'm throwing the money, that's bad. Bad cash. I put it back in the bag, I close the bag up. Yeah, it's definitely cash in there.
I know this story.
Yeah, we gotta leave it there. So he goes, okay, and he's looking at me, and he's afraid to leave, I think. But he turns around and leaves. So now I stuff about $4 or $5 grand. I had to get something, because I'm not leaving with nothing. So I stuff, right? I'm stuffing, and I go, okay, I go walking out to the patrol car. Now I can't fucking rest.
You got to go back and get it.
I can't rest. So I'm working with a female police officer who was internal affairs. She works for internal affairs, and she was bounced from the 114 precinct, and they assigned her to work with me. Okay, so I know I'm being set up, but this isn't a setup because they don't generally break into houses generally, but they will. They don't generally break into houses, and they don't use 15-year-old girls to do it. Okay, so these girls are getting pinched. They use a 30-year-old, a 20-year-old, a human of age, right? So it's not a setup. I know it's not. So and plus they got arrested last night. So many things fell in place that it wasn't a setup. So now I got to get this bag of cash. How do I get it? I call up my boys, guys. There's a bag of cash, 498, Hegeman, second floor apartment, make a left and a right, and I ain't got a car. What do you mean you ain't got a car? You live on Long Island. You gotta have a car. It's in the shop. This is Chicky. It's in the shop. Chicky, it's in the shop. Go rent the fucking car, Chicky. Go buy a car. Go lease a car. Go get a car, Chicky. I got a bag of cash in an apartment building in East New York. It's got my name on it. I can't walk out with it. I got a internal affairs sitting next to me. What am I gonna do? If I walk out with it, I gotta voucher it. I ain't vouchering this cash. So all of a sudden, we're circling the block about an hour. Circling the block, like this way, that way, this. But I keep passing that house every 3 minutes. I'm passing the house. Make sure no one's walking out with nothing. Chicky shows up with Brian Spencer. Spencer's already out in 3/4 disability pension that I got him, right? So he's retired and Chicky's been suspended. Whatever, he's fired. Anyway, so these guys are fired and 3/4, and they got this. They're dressed like us, jackets, the badge hanging out, and they walk in the place, and I see them go in, but I don't say nothing. I keep driving. They don't, she doesn't know them because she never met them. She just got transferred from the 114. Otherwise, these guys were famous like me. They would have been recognized immediately. So I circle the block, come back. All of a sudden, they're getting in the car, and they're pulling away. So I pull up behind them. I go, "Oh, geez, you won't believe this." I tell the female cop, I say, "A couple of friends of mine used to work on a job here." I said, "I'll be right back." I go, "How do we do?" He goes, "We got a bag full of cash. We're going to Atlantic City, motherfucker." I said, "All right." I turn around. Now, back then, this is funny. Before they had car phones, we had car phones. We would drive up to the, you ever see a patrol car? They drive up on the sidewalk to the payphone.
Yeah.
And you reach out, and that was his car phone, right? Yeah. And you got a free phone call. Call the priest. He told the desk, Lieutenant Thorstino, "Lieutenant, listen, my wife called up. She's sick. I got to get home with the kids." "No problem. Bingo, you got lost time." So it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm taking lost time. I go back to the precinct. I get undressed. The girl's like, "What's?" I said, "Tour's over. I got to go. My wife needs help." I get in the car. I drive over to the other side of Brooklyn, Sheepshead Bay, where Brian lives. Get in the car. We order a limousine. We head to Atlantic City in a limousine, counting the cash and buying all new thuds. And
I can't believe you can see that. You can see that just like that?
Yeah.
And now he can. He did 15 years in jail.
I faced life in prison for this. Are you kidding me? I bought a bag of cash. We fucking did this. But listen, it was only about $45,000. It wasn't that. It was only $45,000.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was. Listen, back then, in the '80s, $45,000.
Like 200.
It's like 200 today, exactly. Yeah. So it was a nice little score, to say the least. So that was fun. It was exciting.
Mike, let me ask you. Let me ask you this question. Today, like I don't know how many guys and forces you keep in touch with today, but today, if there's going to be a bust with drugs and cash,
right?
Are the cops today in New York? Are they taking some and leaving some? What's going on? How much do you know about what's going on in New York?
Okay, so to be honest with you, I don't have direct contact with many current police officers. You know, because and believe it or not, they actually reach out to me quite often. Yeah. But they reach out to me in times of trouble. Mm-hmm. Because they know when they get in trouble, they reach out to me to ask, can you give me some advice? What can I do? Yeah. How do I approach this? Because that's really where the value is. We laugh on here, we have a lot of fun, but lessons can come from guys that have had a life of experience. So that's when I usually get reached out to. But if you asked me, would I surmise to guess, I would say that it definitely still happens. Yeah. There's no question it still happens.
Well, Brazil is
on a different scale. Listen. Let me just quantify this. In the 80s and early 90s, everything that was in the street was taken. Almost every dollar. Of
course.
Okay? Because it was unaccountable. Today, everyone's cameraed up, locations are cameraed up. And I'm not trying to disparage the police because not every cop would do it, but every chance that the guy like me had, they took it.
I'm going to tell you.
And that's the facts.
It's a human beings.
Everybody thinks.
Once you get your first one, you're looking for your next one. Once you do your first job.
Let me tell you a funny story. Got to tell you funny to answer your question.
Yeah.
I was moving hundreds of kilos of cocaine in my day, right? I open up a restaurant, and I don't want to pay the carting fees for my garbage. So I get in touch with a sanitation guy that's driving at 2 in the morning. I go talk to him, and I said to him, listen, take my garbage for me. Blah, blah, blah. And he's like this, like we're doing a drug deal.
Yeah, yeah.
Meet me around the corner over there. Like, and I'm saying, I look at the guy that's with me. I said, I didn't ask this guy to move 10 keys with me. I asked him to take 2 bags of fucking garbage. And now I'm trying to give him, like, bullshit. I'm trying to give him $20 or $50, whatever it was. He's like, no, don't give it to me here. Just when I park my garbage truck, he said, just throw your garbage bags in there. And as you're walking back to your car, drop the 50 or 20, whatever the fuck it was, on the floor.
Jesus. That was like
And I'm dying laughing. I says, and then I finally said
Are
to
you
him,
serious?
I go, you serious? I says, he goes, and he doesn't want to look at me. He's looking the other way. I don't want to lose my job just in case somebody sees. I said, there's no way I'm going to move 100 keys with you.
Yeah, right?
He didn't know what I was talking about. My friend was dying laughing. That's where the country came to now compared to before. There is no real hustling like before. You know, before everybody was fucking hustling. Yeah. And not that it's such a bad thing.
new generation.
You know, because honestly, you try to tell these, what I said earlier, do the right thing with your life, it ain't worth it. But I'm talking about nonsense now. You know,
Well, not
garbage.
just in-
I mean, literally garbage.
Exaggerated.
Hey, but if you're looking for a good settlement, you know where to go, right?
Yeah.
The Berman.
Berman Law Group, of course.
The Berman Law Group.
Berman team.
The Berman
best
team.
lawyers in the world.
I hear they're fabulous. In fact, I'm going to use them
Man,
on my
if
next.
you guys
I'm
were-
going to use them on my next jam up.
If I knew you guys back then, you could have saved me a lot of money.
We'll pass it on, man.
Salute again.
Salute,
forget about
salute.
it.
Forget about it. Yeah.
Hey, you know what's good about? Hey, seriously,
Excellent
I want
line.
to tell you what's
Excellent.
good with the Berman team.
What's good?
They love sports.
Oh, you're gonna
And
go
they-
check out.
I love it. They know I'm a big baseball
John,
player.
when
I'm
you
going
see
on
our
it.
facility. Oh, it's gonna blow your.
They
we have
sponsor like
such
20
an
like 20 baseball teams,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
The
wait
whole,
till you see
the whole law
facility.
firm's athletic.
Yeah.
Everybody here, and the girls, the guys, everybody. It's
You haven't even seen. This is just a little satellite media.
Wow, that's really
office.
nice of them.
I want one of those
Okay,
Berman
good.
hats too. The Berman
Yeah,
team hats.
GBT, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, and these are their glasses, and this is their studio. They provide
those
us.
are the golden
It's
glasses
really nice
from
of them.
Evan Golden.
Got
Very
a
nice
rooms
of
in the
them.
back over here with the
Yeah,
bed.
and they have the private sun tanning rooms in the back that we all got
That's right.
tanned up in.
That's right.
Johnny
Well,
Johnny
you're in
and Matt did
Florida,
really
you
well.
just gotta-
They got their money's
Sit
worth at the
outside.
studio.
In Florida, you just gotta sit outside for a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting tan in the studio. It's so hot in here.
It is warm. It is warm. I'm going to take my jacket off
I
soon.
like it.
So I'm
He
gonna
take
throw
his
it.
jacket off because he's a big guy.
I want to show you.
You know,
the guns.
We
The
can't
guns
take our
still-
jacket off in front of him.
Make it
yeah.
Joe Rogan, where you at, Rogan?
Yeah.
Come on. Come on, Rogan.
There we go.
Come on. I'll stretch you like a rubber band.
Maybe we should set that one up.
Joe Rogan, I'd love to. Joe Rogan.
That could be fun.
So I will make a challenge right now to
Uh-oh,
Joe
here we go.
Rogan for every minute that Joe Rogan can last without me taking him down in a cage or on the mat. I will give him $1,000 of my own money.
Well, you remember Joe.
Wow.
We all
And
get a
I-
percentage
all
of his
I'm
deal.
talking
We're
about
sitting
is
here.
straight takedowns.
Wow.
For every minute he can last without me taking him down.
Wow.
In the cage.
That's a pretty
Grab-
bold
I'll give
statement.
him
Let me tell you right
$1,000
now.
of my own money. So
Can I
bring it,
call him?
Rogaine.
What if I ran? Can you run still? Can you run still?
I never ran.
Okay, but I can.
I don't run.
So if I take that bet for $1,000, if I last,
Hey, you know that's
I
one
get a
thing.
grand.
you run around.
That's one thing about little Phil.
I may take you on.
Baroni. Not little. I mean, I said it because of the father-son. He didn't like to run and train everything. He just liked to jump in the ring and beat somebody up.
That's right.
Actually, he was just
he
was
wrestled.
really a rough guy.
Yeah. He trained on the mat.
Listen,
wrestled,
since he's a
and he
kid, I
loved
used to go to his
spar
high
and
school.
box.
I used to go to his high school matches as a kid.
Yeah, he was good.
So before we close out, I want to ask Massimo,
Mr. Massimo.
what's your favorite thing about coming to America, besides your business opportunities and your success?
Well, when I first came, I came to Miami in 1997 when Versace got killed. I was here.
Oh, okay. You weren't
Just
involved
vacation.
in nothing. Just
No, I wasn't involved.
But who got Versace?
Versace, yeah, the
Did
homosexual.
Tomas tell you? Tomas tell you he's involved with that case?
No,
Yeah, when you talk to Tomas off
Oh, he's
later
involved
on.
in
Yeah, he's big. He's really involved in that case.
that's cool. But I was here, and first thing, it was my dream because in Italy, I'm talking about like what, 25 years ago, 30 years ago, it was a dream, like always, to
come to America. Okay.
But just because, not just like the money, it's
Right,
like
no.
the big mall,
The bigness,
cars,
yeah.
everything. You know, that's why so it was always attractive from that. When I was in the army, I was in the army in Italy for 1 year. It was mandatory.
And I felt that.
So
I felt
my-
that when I was
so-
touching you before. Yeah.
So all my friends, we already used to say, we gotta go to American vacation. It was just
yeah,
like
yeah, of course.
in our mind. So when I came to Miami, the first time, I was like, this is beautiful, but it's not really America. Anyway, I met two girls
That's true.
in the club, Liquid Lounge actually. They were from,
Oh, liquids.
Yeah.
they were from
with Chris.
They were from Providence, Rhode Island.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
I
Italian.
couldn't speak English. I was talking like
Perfect,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, you know, come
Hand
with me.
talking, hand talking,
Like, yeah,
yeah,
come
yeah.
with me. Like,
So you were like this. Please come with me.
I don't know how
Yeah.
it happened. I don't know how. I'll
But
be
it
honest.
happened. Yeah. But
It happened.
I
I
mean,
got like that.
Because people like accents.
Yes.
You know, when you have an
And
accent
it
in any
wasn't even
country.
an accent.
Yeah,
I
I can't even speak.
I couldn't even say like, how are you? Nothing. So anyway, because that, we got connected with those girls. After 2 months, they called me and said, you got to come back to America, but you got to come to Boston.
Right.
They said Rhode Island, but really it was Boston.
Right.
So then I came back and I really fell in love with I told you, the cars, the mentality.
Right.
It's open mind, guys.
Right,
Comparing
right.
to Italy, you know
Right,
that.
right.
The mentality, the opportunity, of course.
Right.
And it's a beautiful country. That's
Right.
everybody's dream.
But is
because-
everybody in Italy now open-minded like 2022, not prejudiced? Are they prejudiced?
No. Unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, they're still from the town, small town. They're still like They still think like
They still think small.
Why?
They think small.
They go for a
lifestyle.
coffee at the bar. That's what everybody talks about.
Oh, my
it's
God.
a good thing, but it's a good thing in vacation.
Massimo, I'm going to tell you right now, and I have the reverse of you. You're an Italiano that's come to America. I'm an Irish, French, Italian American, half Italian American.
Mezza mezz.
Here,
Mezza
and,
mezz.
and, and, and I, when I used to go there, I haven't been there since 2012. But when I went to Sicily, I mean, it was like heaven. So relaxing. I'm like, these people figured it out. These people figured it out. They lay on the beach all day. Their shops are closed for 3 hours in the afternoon. All they do is drink and walk and enjoy their life. And I said, damn, these people, this is dolce vita, as they say. And I told that to him. I said, man, so I'm like the opposite of you. I'm here in America.
tired.
Everybody's all stressed.
You get
And I'm
tired
like,
of that. We are used to this mentality.
I don't think
now.
I
You
ever get
tired.
tired of drinking.
No.
Well, I get the thing is you don't grow. You don't grow. You stay.
That's it, you're right.
You stay like this then.
But I don't like the, what do you call it? That's what I was getting at, is I have a mentality where everybody's equal. I don't care what you, don't be prejudiced, don't judge the next person.
Right.
I don't care by color,
don't care.
religion, gay,
100%,
not gay,
100%.
trans.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't care. I tell
Respect
everybody, same
everybody.
respect them
Respect
all.
everybody.
As a human being, if
Just
they're
slide
nice
it
to you,
as-
be nice to them.
move it to the side.
You know, I think in 2022, this is a normal way of living without hating people
I
and
never
judging
found
people.
Italy to be
so
racist,
We love
no,
everybody.
that's what I'm asking. Is it like that? Like
Oh, no. They don't
Sicily,
even know.
no.
That-
They don't-
this is what
It
I'm
is,
saying.
no, you're talking about that. No, everything
yeah.
is cool.
Yeah, that's
They
good.
just,
Because I don't like even this government's always trying to divide groups.
Oh, yeah.
I can't stand it. I hate when people try to let them. And then I'll say one thing and I end what I'm going to say. Joy Reid, I can't stand this woman because she's a racist. She's a black woman that's always trying to divide.
Oh, awful.
She's privileged black woman, went to Harvard.
politician?
She's a newscaster that non-stops tries to divide people.
Everything's based on
she's
color.
she's
It's
a
just
fucking
ridiculous.
racist.
Everything.
She's
They
a racist.
should destroy her.
She's a racist, and every color and religion should destroy it because she tries to divide people.
Right.
Meanwhile, she's sitting on a mountain full of money, went to spoiled, rotten schools, didn't grow up like we did in the streets and
Hypocrite.
jails, and she's a hypocrite.
Hypocrite, yeah.
And she's a
Stop
troublemaker
reading.
that makes people hate each other, and I don't like it.
There's money
People
in
should
that.
love each other, unite with each other, feel bad for countries like Ukraine.
Respect
and
everybody.
yeah,
That's
respect.
the most important thing.
Yeah, people are dying in other countries. Worry about why they're dying,
They
and
want
not
to
not.
care.
She talked about the Yemen war and race, and she's
It's money.
nuts.
It makes money. It's an industry.
Let me
Race
tell
is an
you.
industry.
Let me-
Race is
the
a money
race
making
industrial
industry.
complex. I had a guy on my show.
That's government shit,
me
but
tell
not
you, John,
people.
let me tell you, John, a guy you should have on your show. I'm going to tell you right now. I had him on my show, my old podcast. He's been on Anthony Cumia's show, on Adam Carolla's show. I picked him off from Cumia because I knew Cumia was a long.
I got
Right.
Anthony had me on his show twice.
Yeah,
three
so
times, yeah.
that's where I got this guest was
Yeah.
from Anthony when I had my old podcast. His name is Talib Starks.
Mm-hmm.
He's a black guy at Philadelphia, great man. He does a lot to help the youth. And he calls it the race industrial
Yeah, sure it is.
complex.
100%. Yeah.
The race
Sharpton
industrial
and
complex.
Jesse Jackson, the whole crew.
He wrote a book called Black Lives Matter that exposed what the real funding and the real reason of the. Like I said, if you think Black Lives Matter, then how can you not talk about Libya, where there's black African slavery, and there has been since Hillary Clinton had Gaddafi whacked.
right.
You know, I mean, how do you really care about people, or is this just a game?
It's just a game.
It's a game.
I wanted to ask Massimo a question before it closes, because I know we're
Go
getting ready to close.
ahead, Bello.
Just a quick answer. Your favorite city in America?
I have to say Miami.
Okay, that's good. I want to know because
Wait, hold on. Changed a lot in the last 5 years, but the energy is still there.
yes.
The last 5 years,
Yeah,
you know.
5 years ago I would have said New York.
5 years.
5 years ago I would have said New York.
Wait, but
Not
wait,
no
hold on
more.
1 second.
Not no more.
Wait.
Not no more.
It changed a lot. Not in a good way, in a bad way.
Yeah,
That's what I mean.
That's
No,
what
no,
I'm
no more. No more.
New York and Miami, they're number one.
Yeah.
The only thing, the energy changed a lot.
Yeah, they-
But let's be positive.
yeah.
They're still beautiful. I
Boston's
love them.
beautiful. Boston's beautiful. I call
And
it
there's
a
a
town.
lot of
I
opportunities
call Boston
everywhere.
a town.
Let me tell you a place for anybody that's listening to this show and wants to go to a really cool place. When my daughter goes to school now,
Chattanooga.
St. Augustine, Florida.
I hear it's
oh
very,
my
very
God!
beautiful, very beautiful.
What a beautiful city.
Well, I think the whole state is
I
beautiful.
think Florida has many beautiful locations.
Florida's the number one, I think, in the world right now.
It's beautiful.
In the country, anyway.
It's beautiful. We've been to 1,000 cities in Florida.
I've been all over. Me and you talk about traveling all over the world. Florida is one of the state itself is one of the nicest states in this country.
Every town
and
is-
around
But
anywhere.
you know
town
why
has
too?
something. Every
We are
town has
close. Don't forget. You want to go for a weekend in Dominican Republic?
Oh yeah.
You're
2
close.
hours.
Yeah.
Cuba's right
You
here.
want- It's like New York, Boston.
Right.
It's less expensive to go to one of these countries.
Right.
And you change the energy.
Let me tell you,
You know what I'm
Massimo.
talking
I like
about,
that.
right? Because you
Massimo.
travel.
Yeah.
When you change the
I like
energy,
that.
means like you get. It's like they're not like positive because there's a lot of poverty, but there is energy, good energy.
Right.
When you come back over here, you transform
Right.
in a good energy.
Because you
Guys,
feel
I'm sure you
different.
know what I'm
You're
talking about because
changed.
you travel.
You're
I
changed.
I want to tell
by
you
it.
something. I want to say
100%.
something.
You
I want to
changed,
say
yeah.
something here, Massimo. With you being from Italy and with the back with Johnny Elite's background, you know who was a huge fan of the state of Florida, loved Florida, passed away in Florida. Al Capone. Al Capone loved
He had a house in Miami.
Florida.
Yeah.
Well, it's a reason why he's smart.
Yeah,
kid.
Florida,
he's a
and I
smart
love.
guy.
And I'm going to tell you,
Maya Lansky too. He was
Maya
down
Lansky
here.
was
All those
Florida,
wise
yeah.
guys. They were
Oh,
down
yeah.
here.
Guys,
In
everybody
fact, they all
is
come
moving
here.
here.
They all come here.
now.
They all come here.
It's a reason.
There's a
why
reason. Right.
the weather is
Quality
good.
of life.
Quality
Quality
of
of
life.
life, outside.
And you're
You're
close.
outside.
You're close if
To
you want to
everything.
travel.
Yeah.
You're outside. You're not indoors.
What's better than that?
Shut
Can be
in.
a city better than that?
No.
It is
I'm
a
gonna
still
tell you
opportunity.
guys.
You know that.
Absolutely.
I want to say this on your show because you met her. She's a beautiful woman. She's Italian. Her father is from the Bronx, Victoria Vesh.
Beautiful.
She graduated law school. She's our newest attorney with the Berman team, the Berman Law Group. Gorgeous woman.
Beautiful,
Now-
smart.
and brilliant, smart woman. Now, let me say this: another city. Where did she go to college? Where did she graduate? Charleston School of Law. And I go back and
Nice,
forth
nice.
from
Oh,
Florida,
it's beautiful.
Palm Coast.
Charleston's beautiful.
I live on Johns Island. in
There's
There's some
Charleston.
beautiful
Oh,
up and down
man,
the coast. They're
Charleston
beautiful.
is gorgeous.
They're beautiful. I'll give you credit
Yeah.
on that. Yeah, absolutely. The Myrtle Beach. Myrtle
Oh,
Beach.
yeah.
For the beach town. It's beautiful.
Yeah, the beach cities.
Yeah.
And everybody goes to. I love Myrtle.
Yeah.
Everybody back home goes to Myrtle. But Charleston.
Charleston's really
Johns
sweet.
Island.
It's really interesting,
Oh,
Charleston. It's
yeah.
really, has a lot of history.
Oh,
with
yeah,
the
great
slave
history.
trade, and it's
Yup.
still there. You can see the building. I was there last summer.
markets,
Yeah, the
yeah.
markets. Yeah, it's very interesting. You can feel humanity. I felt humanity when I went past that site.
check
I
it
felt I actually get a
Oh,
chill.
yeah.
I felt humanity when I
You
went
get
past
in
that.
the ghost town,
Yeah.
the old history with the ghosts.
Yeah.
And man, have you been to Charleston, John?
Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
everywhere.
What a cool place.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
I
you've
travel.
been
I
everywhere.
don't stop
John's
traveling.
been everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
John, but Charleston, what a cool place.
John, last question. What's the best country that you like there? Like when you travel, of course.
Albania.
I mean, I love my country because there's family and friends. In Albania, the ocean is unbelievable.
I've been
Surrounded.
there.
Well, it's the same seas of Italy and
yeah,
everything.
it's-
It's the Mediterranean. It's beautiful water. The culture is unbelievable. The food's unbelievable. The women are beautiful. But outside of my own country in Italy, because I consider them basically the same brother sisters countries. Colombia, which is a beautiful country. The people are the food, the people are they're family oriented.
energy, everything.
Brazil, I love these countries. They offer everything: the woman, the food, the nightlife, the weather, the clothing, the style. So I think those countries,
Like South America or like Brazil.
Yeah,
Love
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Love
Let's go
it,
to Central
love it.
America, right?
yeah, because it's more of again quality of life.
100%.
Love it. And I'm,
Listen, you think Italy is? You said Italy is a good.
Love it. Oh,
but this
I know.
country, they really. I think they just think about having fun, dancing,
Oh,
Yeah, dancing.
absolutely.
and food.
Smiling and that's
and
it.
smiling.
Absolutely.
They have nothing. But look, I respect that.
My cousin Mark married a gal from Colombia, South America, and I'm gonna tell you, I've been with for the last few years Glory Diferente. My Venezuelan girl is the singer. I always talk about Glory. He's seen some videos. Videos. Ric Flair's seen some videos. But she was a big talent as a singer. She used to sell out stadiums. And I helped her family get up here from. I'm telling you, Venezuelan women. They take good
I lived
care
in
of
Venezuela,
you.
Caracas, Valencia, San Margarita. Yeah, I've been in some beautiful. It's not the same anymore. We were with a guy from San Margarita.
We want to, and we're gonna want to thank these guys for coming again.
Oh, we're gonna thank them.
Thank you guys.
But I'm gonna tell you guys,
Massimo,
Thank you for this opportunity.
forget about it wine.
Capiche wine.
Capiche wine. Capiche.
let me end the show like
What's his
this.
name?
Let me end the show.
Capiche.
Let me end the show this way. The reason why quality life, so people around the world understand when you talk about equity of a country, is when you live in Colombia, Brazil, they don't have the money, but the cost of living is so much lower in these countries to exist and have a decent life. In America, it costs a ton of money to exist, so everybody works to live, opposite of these other countries. Everybody wants to live, and they go to work.
Appreciate more.
Yeah, you appreciate. So the problem with a guy like, again, Joe Biden talking about equity in this country, think about the homeless, 500,000 that are living in our streets. Think about the inner city kids you keep saying and bullshit you care about and do nothing for. And you're sending money to other countries without taking care of the people at home first. And you people are the top 1% that say that you are for the black lives or Spanish lives or the inner city kids, you're full of shit until you do something. And with these gas prices, food prices, and escalation of prices.
Bravissimo.
Thank you, everybody.
Bravo, Jen! Numero uno!
Oh, cafe numero uno.
Fantastico!
Cafe numero uno in Brooklyn. It's a
Pro America, pro police, pro veterans, pro USA. God bless everybody.
Thanks for coming again.
Stop the wars.
Thank you guys.
Peace.
Where can they get you?
You can get me at True John Elite on my Instagram, johnelite.com. On my website, look for us. If you like our show, subscribe, hit that button. And everybody, my guest.
The Real Chooch Wine Company.
Amen.
Number one.
It's always a pleasure, my friend.
It's always a pleasure, brother.
Matt, you want to shout out your hashtag?
Absolutely. You want to check me out on Facebook, Matthew J. Granahan. You want to check me out on the Hannibal TV, Canada's Top Combat Sports Podcast. I've got dozens of commentaries on there. Matches, techniques, you name it, and Joe Rogan. I'm waiting for your response.
The MMA Florida Hall of Fame.
Florida Hall of Famer and Joe Rogan. I'm going to say it one more time, and I'm going to close you with this. I will give you $1,000 for every minute you can last with me on your feet. I'm not talking about punching and striking. I'm talking about just straight up grappling, wrestling. Every minute you can last on your feet, I'll give you $1,000.
Amen.
Pow.
Amen.
Woo! Salute!
The Mike Dowd on any social media platform. Thank you.
Thanks everybody for being with us. See you soon.